5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fire.
We are Savage Seduction. Welcome to the Indie Wrestling Experience with Bob and John. I am Bob. John, what's up, man?
Man, I don't. Who are we? What is going on? I am at a loss, man.
Do not feign ignorance, okay? We made a decision. We're sticking to our decision, okay? The shirts, we got our Savage Seduction shirts. The hackers reached out today on the RPW page and let everyone know apparently that we're part of a movement now. They put Rich on notice for January 24th. I hope we didn't make the wrong choice here, John. I really like the shirts, though.
Well, fashion is the pinnacle here, so we got to go with what's the fashion, man.
Hey, man, look, we didn't pull a Dusty Rhodes and get in the ring and then rip open the denim shirt and reveal the Savage Seduction shirt. So at least we didn't drop an elbow on anybody.
No polka dots to be seen. We're good.
We just got some shirts, man. Well, shit, dude, this has been quite a week, man. You and I were just talking off the air, man. It's been a crazy week for both of us. And now we got the holiday coming up. So we're not going to do a control center this week, but I do, because everybody's going to be at Wrestlecade. And you haven't been to one, right?
I have not, man. I'm not super familiar, so I'm as interested as the listeners are, man.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you this: you and I are gonna go like next year, next year we're going to Wrestlecade because it's a blast, man. Winston-Salem, North Carolina, for 3 days of wrestling, autographs and conventions and Q&As and 3 wrestling shows, for like $300.
And you can't beat that.
No, hell no, man. I did catch COVID the one time I went, but that's on me, not on them. That was 2022. But it's a hell of a time. It really is. It's a hell of a time, man. There's a lot of wrestling fans hanging out and doing stuff. I'm not a big fan of the signings. Like, I'm not big on the meet and greets. I don't know about you. Are you?
No, not so much. So I kind of feel like, I don't know, man. I always feel kind of weird, right? They're there to do a job. I'm just some schlub, man. I don't need to take up their time when there's so many kids there that are really enjoying themselves, and they're there to wrestle and sell their merch, and So yeah, I'm with you, man.
Yeah, it's funny. Our guy Big Trouble Ben Bishop posted a reel today or yesterday that was like top 5 or 5 scenarios for making small talk with fans at Wrestlecade. And, it's like number 1, talk about the weather, number 2, talk about like all this, how many wrestling fans are there and all that kind of shit. And it was just really funny because it's like they're thinking the same thing. And that's like, I get too nervous being in a line of people and then it's my turn and like I have to be on or not, or do they have to be on? Right. And do I get 10 seconds or do I get 60 seconds? Like, I don't know, man. I'd rather happen to stumble upon one of those people at ringside, shake their hand and say, hey.
Exactly. Kind of, the one time that I can talk about is when we kind of had the after party, right? At RPW and got to meet the ladies, and it just felt more natural. We're kind of, they're there. It's not this, it didn't feel like a forced thing. And Jordan Blue and Case could not have been nicer. It was just really, really fun. Kind of had the same feeling meeting beating Buff.
Right.
Just kind of, like I said, it felt natural. I feel very unnatural in those meet and greet kind of settings.
Yeah. It's funny you mentioned Buff because when we did the podcast, man, we could have just sat and bullshitted with that dude for hours and the clock would have just run and we wouldn't have noticed it.
Right.
But the moment I stepped into the wrestling ring to take that photograph, it was all uncomfortable. And like, I had just spent an hour with this dude, but it was uncomfortable right in that moment. Maybe we're just weirdos.
We are.
because these fucking people line up these conventions, man. I mean, that Saturday when they do the long stretch, it's like 12 to 5, I think they do on Saturday of just
Mm-hmm.
meet and greets. And it's just wall to wall people, man. And that's the other thing. I don't do really, really great with crowds. Like, that's
Mm-hmm.
why I like the wrestling shows, because then I have a seat and I
Right.
go in through all the people, but then I have a seat that I'm going to go sit in. But anyway, I'll get to Wrestlecade later, when we're supposed to do our control center. What I did want to show you right now, John, before we get into our show, and I guess I should say like I said, we're doing a shortened show this week. We had a guest kind of, and they're under the weather, and so I'm hoping that we'll be able to get them on next week, which will be really cool. But we're not going to replace that time. And like I said, there's no control center today since everybody's at Wrestlecade, so I'm going to just preview Wrestlecade at the end of the show. But first, I want to tell you, John, that the IWX tag team list is done.
Oh my!
It is done. The IWX tag team. I don't like to say. I don't like to say the number until it drops. But at least not the first time. But I do have. We are set up here, John, for me to show you. Let's see if you can see this. Share screen with John. Can you see?
There we go. Hey
Don't
now.
now, don't say anything. But what
I'm
I'm
not
just
saying anything.
curious on your thoughts on this top 12 or whatever you can see.
Let's see. I could see the top 15 here.
Okay, all right, I got something covering it.
Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it looks pretty good to me.
Okay, all right, good, good. Let's.
Wow.
I'm gonna
There should
show.
be, could be some very happy people.
Yep.
Some very disappointed people.
I think some people might be angry about this. But
I
anyway,
think yes. There's going to be some yes. Yes, yes.
hey, they're undefeated, 6-0, 2 titles. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. I'm not defending it because I'm not saying who it is, but you'll probably be able to figure it out when it comes time. But I think it looks like it's set up pretty good. What do you think?
I think you did a great job, buddy.
Thanks, man. I very much appreciate it. I just got to get the names filled in, and then I have hired a helper.
Oh
My
my.
my daughter, not Lauren, Anastasia, has offered to help me for $5 an hour. But she's offered to help me, and so her first task working for us, John, is she is going to review this list to make sure there are no doubles. That's the that's the big goal for next week when this comes out. No doubles, Bob. Now, I've hand typed this one instead of copy and pasting the list. So it should be good. But, until it gets across the finish line with Bob, you just never know.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what makes us interesting, right? It's the flaws, people. It's the flaws.
It sure is. And hey, they're quick to point them out too. I tell you,
Yes, very much so.
Mm,
Seems to make their day.
it sure as hell does. Well, I tell you, what I assumed made your day. I'm going to go a little out of order here, but I got to assume it made your day when you were able to check up on the Focus Pro show from this past weekend. And I don't like to say it too often, but I chose incorrectly.
Hmm.
And Kaya McKenna did win the ladder match. She did defeat Gypsy Mac, and she is your new and first Focus Pro Women's Champion. Pretty cool shit.
Hey man, couldn't happen to a better performer, man. We absolutely love Kaya. Man, I can't wait to check the match out. We know both of those performers. We've seen a lot of their matches, and I know that is one that's going to be very enjoyable to watch.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, man. And yeah, like I think we talked about it before when the tournament was going on. Like, how cool is it going to be to see them rotate people in and out, challengers in and out for her? I mean, just in the last few months, we've seen Sammy Chaos, Izzy Moreno, Gypsy Mac. We had Gabby Forza there for the first round of the tournament. I think something happened, or no, she lost that match. But yeah, I mean they're running so much talent through there, and so it's going to be very cool to see Kaya take on these challengers. I am going to put in my first request to my guys at Focus Pro. If you guys are listening, I'm putting in my first request, and we talked about this last week, John. The PWF show last week and the mixed tag match. I want to see Kaya McKenna versus Amanda Kiss. That's what I want to see, guys. That's not the biggest name, national name, I guess, yet, but Amanda Kiss is very well known, making her name, and she is quite the performer. And boy, did they beat the shit out of each other in that street fight in PWF last week. And I want to see more of it, man. There were hockey sticks and all sorts of shit. So,
hey, man, and who doesn't love a good street fight? I mean, they're so much fun to watch. There are so many things and so many ways to take the storyline in those matches. And the performers really seem to enjoy taking the audience on a ride during those matches. And man, I'm down for it. Absolutely.
Yeah. And that is going to be a theme here in a little while. We're going to get back to the street fight talk here very soon. I'm very excited about that. Our IWX Watch this week in honor of Laynie Luck winning the WWE ID Women's Championship. Congratulations to her.
Yes, congratulations, Miss Luck.
Oh, man. And she looked fantastic doing it. Just really in great shape. And so we decided our watch this week is going to be 5 Laynie Luck matches that John picked out. And they're awesome matches, and we're going to talk about them. But I got to remember, John, to put them on like a playlist to put on the link tree or something so people can just find them if they want to watch these 5 matches, because I think it's a pretty good representation.
I 100% agree with you.
The other thing I wanted to say was you said earlier about Kaya McKenna. You said, we couldn't happen to a better performer or a performer we like more. So I'll follow it up and say maybe not more, but certainly quite as much. Monty Aries did it. He's back.
Again, if I recall, neither one of us thought this outcome would be any different. We knew Danny Miles was running into an absolute angry buzzsaw, and I mean, the writing was just on. As far as I was concerned, the writing was just on the wall. That it was borrowed time for him, man.
Yep.
And man, congratulations, brother. You got back what belongs to you.
Yes, absolutely. We are big Monty Aries fans, and the dog collar match is a winner every time. I wanted to look because I don't know if it was on. I don't know if it's streamed live on IWTV. Is it up yet? I don't see it on there yet as a stream yet, so I haven't been able to watch it yet. But I'm very interested to see where that goes from here. What was the other thing about that show that I wanted to mention? We were talking about street fights, and our guy Brian Bayside. Well, it looks like they did a substitution. And I think Brian Bayside ended up fighting Stan Styles, our guy, our buddy, our friend.
What?
Yeah.
Hey, man. At least, we knew there wasn't anybody trying to stab our buddy with a fork.
Now, I mean, he did. I guarantee you he got creamed, though. I mean, not like Chelsea Green, but, did you see that shit?
Oh, did you have to go there? You went there, Bob. You went there.
Chelsea Green's the greatest performer around right now.
Dude,
fight me.
So good.
Yeah.
So good.
What else? Oh, another title change. Big title change at GCW at Game Changer Wrestling.
Yes.
Effie falls the number 1 in the IWX 1000. He made it. He waited just long enough to get across the finish line to be number 1 in the IWX 1000. And he said, okay, my work is done. It looked to me like there was, I don't know if you watched any of it, but it looked like there was a Charles Mason, Atticus Cogar number 1 contender match earlier in the evening that went to a no contest. So they went to a triple threat.
Yep.
And Atticus Cogar gets the win in the triple threat, and he is your new Game Changer Wrestling champion.
Hey, man, listen, we love Atticus. You and I have talked him up, quite a bit over the last, dozen so podcasts we've had.
John, my
Um,
deathmatch guy.
hey, um, I don't know that he beats Effie without that being a triple threat, man. I mean, Effie is just that good. Um, and again, I know we always say this, right? Does this foreshadow some big things for Effie coming up?
I absolutely.
I 100% believe this new year is going to be Effie's year, man. I really, really do.
Well, I mean, he beat Mance Warner for that belt.
Mm-hmm.
And where's Mance right now? He's been in TNA all year, hasn't he? For the
Yep.
most part.
For the most part, absolutely.
And that's great for Mance. But yeah, Effie's got to be on to big things, man. I mean, it's way past time for him.
Agreed.
I mean, we talk about some of these kids on here who are 2 or 3 years in the business and being close. Effie is very established and very, very good at what he does. And I'm interested to see Ali Catch come back. I'm interested to see if they go back to being bussy for a while, or I honestly thought Ali Catch was going to come back and maybe take that belt off of him. I thought she was going to be the one.
That would have been. Listen, give this guy a pencil. Look at this guy, people.
No, John,
Listen to him.
no, give it to John.
This dude, you got me. You got my gears grinding now, man.
Yeah, see, because she was injured in that match last year with Effie, and then Effie later
God,
in the night won the belt.
Has that already been a year?
It was January.
Gosh. Oh my Lord.
Yeah. So she's back. She was at Alley Catch was at Freelance this past weekend. She challenged Devon Monroe for the Freelance title, and another big win for the champ. So I think Devon Monroe is going to be very, very high, if not number 1 or 2 this month in our power rankings for the intergender, because that's a big win when you take down Alley Catch.
I would say so.
Yeah.
It's one of the biggest names out there, man.
Yeah, well, there is another huge name out there that took another title this past weekend off another huge name. House of Glory continues to produce 2 shows back-to-back weeks. And in the second of those 2 shows, the Indie Goddess, I don't know what she's calling herself now, but Shotzi Blackheart defeats Indy Hartwell.
Hey, man, we've seen Shotzi a few times in person. It never disappoints. An absolutely polarizing and amazing performer, right? Absolutely. But I got to go with my heart here, right?
Right.
Indie wrestling experience, the original indie wrestling.
She is indie wrestling.
Dude, I have such a soft spot in my heart for Indy Hartwell.
Yep.
Dude, I absolutely love her. I would watch her wrestle a paper bag, man. I really would. She is that good. And man, big things are coming again. So her time is coming back around. I think this is another one that, her and Shotzi, I think this year coming up is really going to be very big for both of them.
Right. Well, it's not uninteresting that we have a new TNA Knockouts champion. As the former Xia Li took the belt off of Kalani Jordan from NXT, and it's making me wonder if that's, now that Indy's got the belt off of her, if it's not Indy's time, because I thought it was Indy's time before, and maybe now that she's got the HOG belt off, maybe that's the signal that the Indy run is coming, because I'm here for it.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if there's ever a lady that was tailor made, I mean, just looking at her, I mean, like what do we always say is the airport test, right?
Yep.
And they're obviously just nature that there are fewer of the women that hit that airport test for me as far as just physical specimen. Just holy, I mean, you got Nia Jax, Jade Cargill, Charlotte's going to be in that, just imposing. Indy's there. I mean, Indy is a large figure for the women's division.
Yeah.
She is just a superior looking athlete. And man, when she kind of puts that together, I'm kind of wanting that mean, nasty Indy, right? I'm looking for a heel run.
Yes.
Oh, just I'm done playing games. I'm done being nice. I'm here for mine. I'm here to get mine. It's going to be amazing.
Yes.
Can't wait.
100%. I could not agree with you more on that. She's got the chops to go on this heel run.
Yes.
She's got the chops to do comedy shit. She got married to Dexter Loomis. I mean, she's got range. I'm with you. I'm a huge Indy
Listen,
Harlow
man,
fan. I just think she can do anything.
Anybody that can make Index work. Come on. And listen. I love Dexter Loomis. I really do. He is a throwback guy to me. She made that work. Let's be 100% real. I mean, he did his part, right? He was the straight man, dude. I just like everybody else fell in love with her during that NXT run and that Index run. It is so good.
Yeah, it absolutely was just like you said. She's got chops. I mean, that's the point. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Oh,
very versatile, a very versatile performer. She was just amazing. So, Indy, thank you very much for the great run. But Shotzi, congrats. I mean, you didn't go out there and get it cheap. You had to work for it.
Hey, she's been out there, making.
My God, yes.
Making appearances with this broken arm. I mean, like I said, more power. She can be polarizing. I think less so on the indies, though. Like, I think the polarizing stuff about her in WWE was, well, all right, let's just say can she work up to the level of the rest of the folks, right? That was the criticism.
Right.
And that's the polarizing part. Now, I did see, some spots where there were mistakes made. I don't think that means by any stretch of the imagination that Shotzi can't perform at the highest level. But that's not the conversation for right now. The conversation is Shotzi is out of WWE and making an indie run on what she's doing, and she is perfectly designed for it, and she's showing it. She's marketing herself. She's showing up everywhere. She's following the blueprint, and it's working for her, and I'm here for that too.
Yeah, I'm with you. Again, amazing. Listen, and some of the mistakes that we saw, I really do think that some of it was overblown. I really do. I mean, were there absolutely mistakes? Yes. But if you focus on everybody, any individual performer, the way that they really focused on Shotzi, you're going to have that. I don't care if it's Charlotte. I don't care if it's Becky, Bailey. Dude, go back to Flair stuff. You don't think that if you don't watch enough footage, you can't piece together holy crap, this guy's terrible. It's human nature. Nobody is freaking perfect. I mean, Bob is with his list. I mean, he makes no mistakes. But past that, we're all human.
Yeah, it's like you see a list of 1,000 people that somebody put together, and all you can focus on is the one name that's on there twice. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. It's gonna be the Willie Mack spot forever. By the way, I got to respond to Tully. Tully messaged me or commented on my story and said, "Does that mean I'm number 1,001?" And of course, Tully, I'll direct you to the tomb of the unknown Willie Mack. You, along with many other people, just assume that that's your spot, bro. That's gonna be that's gonna be it. Oh man. Well, I wanted to talk about this because this is which we had some more experts on, and I think it's gonna be like a continuing series, or I don't want to say a series, but it's gonna be a continuing conversation, and it's part of what I get really excited about, which is the business of the wrestling business. I know you're my business guy.
Mm-hmm.
Last week we had what I think might have been our best.
It definitely was one of my favorite, one of the best ones we've had. Listen, I love talking wrestling, love talking this stuff, but it was really a little bit of substance outside of wrestling. Some real world kind of things, outside of our, kind of put our blinders on and enjoy. I get it. I'm turning my brain off. I'm watching wrestling. It was really neat. And man, Rich is absolutely amazing.
I learned a lot.
Yeah,
that was the thing. I learned stuff.
I absolutely enjoyed, the conversation. I could have, dude, whether we would have been recording that or not, I mean, that could have been us hanging out with Rich after the show and just, having a drink and shooting the shit and just three adult guys just talking life and work and business and just everything. It was just so good. I'm down, man. If we can do some more, We might alienate a few people, but I think we're gonna hit a specific demographic with that, man.
That's literally it, man. Like if you haven't figured out that we're about data,
Exactly.
I'll send you one of my spreadsheets. Like if you
Oh
haven't figured
God.
out that we're
What
involved,
did they ever do to you, Bob?
I know exactly. Yeah, nobody wants to see this shit. Um, I yeah, it's if you haven't figured out that we're into the nitty gritty stuff. Like I love talking about watching matches and stuff, but at the same time, you know, I can only say that fucking spot was awesome so many times before I want to talk about something else. So, but
Right.
this was substantive. Are the indies dying was a nice catch line, but it was really more about the changing dynamics in the business, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And in that vein, a couple of things ran across my desk, right? Ran across my phone this week, and the first one is, as I still continue to go out of order, was that I saw the Monster Factory has made a post, and I want to see if I can pull that up. Of course, I should have done this before we started the show, but what the fuck, whatever. But the Monster Factory made a very encouraging post,
Mm-hmm.
and it said that last night at the historic 2300 Arena, the Monster Factory held its final event ever. It's been an emotional time for all of us. Thank you for your support over the last 40 years. However, the Monster Factory name may be done, but the legacy, the history, the knowledge, and the lineage, sorry, small print, will continue under the new name Lineage Pro Wrestling with
Okay.
owner head coach David Goldie, along with coach Missy Sampson and Travis Jacobs. So the Monster
Wow.
Factory is not dying. Danny Cage is leaving to handle some of his business, and the
Mm-hmm.
folks that helped make the Monster Factory great, three people we know very well from, I mean, not know, people we watched enough and know enough about to know that they're going to do a fantastic job of continuing the legacy. I like that there's a new name. It's going to go to a new building. It's going to be a new tradition, but it's not going away, John.
Yeah,
Un-
listen, that's a win-win for everybody, man. Obviously you feel bad for uh, the performers, but hey, I mean, listen, again, I know we harp on it, mental health. We're always going to side on, err on the side of caution with that stuff, man. Take care. You're having some problems and you're feeling some type of way, then yes, by all means, man. Nobody is going to begrudge you taking care of yourself. But at the same time, man, you feel bad for, like you said, the history, the performers, you know, everybody, ring crew. I mean, everybody, right? And so this is a chance for them to kind of, start fresh and like you said, new name, but you still got the lineage, the heritage. Hey, man, I can't wait to see the product and talk it up, man.
right.
Like you said, these names involved are that's pretty good company right there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
um, I can't wait. I'm excited to throw some support behind it, man.
Yeah. And from the business standpoint, I absolutely love owner slash coach David Goldie. Like, what a
Yes.
great idea, investing in himself and everything else. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if because he's the only one listed as owner, I assume he's the only one, but maybe those others are partners. I don't know anything about that part of it. But what I do know is I love seeing, I mean, Cody Rhodes has a school, Seth Rollins
Mm-hmm.
has a school. Now David Goldie's got a school. I mean, it's a great way to pipeline talent.
And
It's a great way to do a lot of things, man. I'm so here for it.
listen, and I'm sure David Goldie's been coaching and helping and things this whole time.
Right.
But we know what kind of performer, just like when you watch Cody. I mean, think what you want of Cody Rhodes. The man is an amazing performer.
Mm-hmm.
And Goldie is in that vein. Absolutely. Um, man, I can't wait to see him, have some real input now and what he can turn out, man. Can't wait to see what you got, Mr.
Right.
Goldie. Show us.
Yep.
We
But
are we are here for it, for
yeah,
sure.
yeah, agreed. But and in the broader sense of the conversation we were having last week, this is one of the independents that we talked about dying. We talked about the Monster Factory dying, taking bell to bell with it. And I got to imagine that Lineage is going to bring Bell to Bell back with Missy Sampson there, right? So
I
now,
would imagine so. Yes.
so we're going to have Bell to Bell back. We're going to have Monster Factory back under a new name. There's two more
Mhm.
indies in a very cluttered New Jersey wrestling scene that are not going away. They are saying, hey, we're not dead either. We're coming back, man. We're fighting. I love it.
Absolutely.
The other thing that popped across my desk, and I don't know if you saw the second graphic because I put it on there this morning about New Texas and West Coast and then St. Louis Anarchy.
I didn't see about Anarchy. No.
Yeah. So let me set this up for you guys. West Coast Pro Wrestling made some announcements about some partnerships. Now, for the last couple of years, at least the last year, I would think, they've been partnered up with Deadlock Pro Wrestling and Prestige Wrestling. You talk about bad luck for West Coast, right? I mean, those are two big, big names in the business. A lot of folks know those promotions, and now both of those promotions are going
Yeah.
on hiatus or worse.
I mean, we've had a little bit of the implosion. Yes.
Yeah. So that sucks for West Coast Pro Wrestling. But then over the last few days, West Coast Pro Wrestling has announced partnerships with New Texas Pro Wrestling, and then today with St. Louis Anarchy.
Wow. I did not see that one.
Yeah, essentially refilling the coffers. I mean, they've basically taken these two partners that are gone and replaced them with two. What do they say when you got somebody cancel a show? Equal or you got to do as good or better. I'd
Right.
say they did as good or better with New Texas Pro Wrestling and St. Louis Anarchy.
Listen, New Texas Pro is really putting out some quality stuff right now. Not so much familiar with Anarchy, but I know Bob's talked them up. Listen, if you're like you said, you're going to partner up. Stay on the same level or level it up. And I'm with you. I think that they absolutely made some great strategic partnerships here.
Yeah, yeah, and like the text of the the first announcement that they are recognizing each other's championships and key talents. With New Texas, they point out one called Manders as the new champion, Vert Vixen as their women's champion, Teamer the Great, tag team champions, Exodus Prime and Stephen Wolf. They just took the belts off the Dream Team, who are fantastic. But the
Mm-hmm.
point is, they're recognizing each other's championships. They're sharing talent. And I've seen, now that I think about it, I didn't think about it before. Wasn't like something that was conscious, but I remember seeing West Coast Pro talent at Deadlock shows.
Oh, okay.
And as I was doing my rankings and trying to figure that out. And now I understand they're sharing talent and sharing titles and recognizing each other. I'm sure there'll be some champion versus champion title matches like the old school that'll go double DQ or some shit, but
Mm-hmm.
you get some of that going on or whatever. But I like the idea. I wanted to tease out the idea of these promotions making these partnerships and recognizing each other's champions and things of that nature, as we're seeing WWE and TNA doing it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and to me, it's not new. Like I said, they've been doing it with Prestige and Deadlock for a while, so this is just a replacement. But I think it's interesting when you have these people banding together, sharing championships, sharing resources. It makes me wonder if consolidation isn't the I don't know, isn't the trend, or I mean, trend's probably the wrong word, but would consolidation like this benefit others? I'm just sitting here talking as I think, but we've got we've talked on this show for weeks, months about the blueprint, the model of all these promotions going national, House of Glory running national shows, GCW. You heard Evan Zalios on here talking about that's what he wants for Focus Pro.
Mm-hmm.
National promotions. I saw HOG in Chicago, HOG in Texas, HOG in LA, HOG in New York. They're not confined to territories.
Right.
Is this a good way? Is this a first of all, is this a good way? Is this a good alternate strategy? Rather than going national, you partner with regionally selective promotions to give you access to those markets, to give all three of you access to those markets, and then rather
Listen,
than
I
go
mean,
national, just combine resources.
listen, we can call it what we want, but what you're creating, it's the whole. We had a whole conversation, you know, last week with Rich about what's old is new, right? Call it what you want. It's a territory system, right? Call it what you want, but that's what we're creating.
Hmm.
And I get it. It absolutely business wise set up way different than the old territory systems, right? Much more collaborative, right? Much more work between, like you said, partnerships instead of kind of the NWA coming in. This is our guy. This is what he's going to do. We're telling you, we're recognizing champions. We're exchanging talent, exchanging ideas, continuing storylines. That is only done through true partnership, right? And that's a win for everybody. Talent is going to love the free flow of it, right? We're going to love that we're going to get really through storylines in the indies, which is that's the one thing that you and I we talk about. That's the one thing that we do miss in the indies is it's hard to keep the storylines, right? That's why the stuff with Samson is so great right now, right? UPW has got this long running story. We as consumers, we love stories. We love being told stories. We love not knowing what's coming next. You know, we also, hey, everybody loves a big fight, right? You like the big matches. You see a fight. Not a whole lot of story to it. It's just a big fight, two great competitors, and here we go. But by and large, the great thing is the story, the through lines, and this gives that the ability. So again, call it what we want, but we're creating a pseudo territory system, and I'm here for it.
I'm I've been thinking about it in terms of college athletic conferences, and this feels like that. This feels like those consolidations to me more than something in wrestling. Like this feels like the SEC picking up three teams from the Big 12 and two from
Right.
the. I mean, and just adding to their coffers so that there's these powerful forces out there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I've been sort of thinking about it. Like, are we seeing a consolidation? I mean,
Okay.
underneath, let's like in college, football. You've got the five power conferences, and then pretty
Mm-hmm.
much everybody else is left to fend for themselves in Division
Right.
One, right?
Right.
If you're not in a power conference, or if you're not in one of the conferences, the other two or three that get an automatic qualifier, then you got to figure some shit out. And at the same time, the amount of ways to figure shit out are shrinking because the conferences are consolidating, and you're either in them or you're not. I say that to juxtapose it with this national strategy like HOG and GCW, and to say, does this give them power, market share? Like, what do you think of the idea of rather than go national, expand from California to Texas and St. Louis and make a triangle? And solidify yourself there and bring people in and out like TNA is bringing people in and out of NXT and vice versa, giving people this access to these new stars, these new stories, these new things all at their local show. In St. Louis now maybe you get Manders,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe you get Carter Black in California. And that's a way to keep everything fresh.
Exactly.
Um, Yeah, so it's just like I said, I want to. I'm interested to see it if more people do this. I mean, it's not the first time people have consolidated.
Mm-hmm.
814 Wrestling in Pennsylvania was the result of Eclipse, and I cannot remember the other promotion. Merging happens all the time too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that none of this is new. But like I said, in this current landscape, I think the way people are responding, chaos creates opportunity, and so I feel like we're watching people grab different opportunities right now.
Yep. And like I said, we talked about it last week about, you know, this adversity and the challenge creating change. We're going to see this change, and change is exciting, man. I mean, it's
Mm-hmm.
scary, but it's exciting because we're going to see some really cool shit.
Yes.
Um, and I for one just can't wait.
Right. Me either.
We are going to see innovation like we haven't seen in a very long time. Some of it's going to work, some of it's not. We're going to say, hey, do you remember that time they, so and so tried such and such? Yeah, that was terrible. But now we got this hybrid wrestling show that, is blowing our mind.
Right.
I am down for it. So I can't wait, man.
Yeah. And then I wonder too, is this like continuing on with the sports conferences? And I hate using the AAA reference because it invokes minor leagues, but that's not what. Are we
Hmm.
creating, let's call it the Ring of Honor level?
Okay.
Are we recreating now a middle range where you've got AEW, TNA, WWE on big TV? You've got local promotions in cities around the country, and in the middle, you've got these touring companies or these conglomerates like the triple pack that was just made with West Coast and New Texas and SLA. Um, and is it creating this Ring of Honor level? Because these people are getting TV now too,
Right.
right? So, is it creating this AAA level? Like, are people going to think of it now as moving from these minor promotions up to the major conferences, like the major leagues? I mean, the major indies. Sorry, like a AAA
Okay.
level. Or is it like when you are on an NIL deal at Alcorn State and you transfer to Tennessee after your freshman year,
Hmm.
moving up into bigger and better before you move on to the major leagues, which will be WWE and
Hmm.
AEW and those other things. Are we creating a middle tier here? Or is that, I don't know if it was the goal, but is it going to be the result? Are we going to get
Uh,
MLW and NWA down with HOG, GCW, Focus Pro, and whoever else?
listen, highly possible. Um, it's really going to be what the consumer drives, right? What are the eyeballs going to? That's what'll dictate, what where you fall on the scale, right? Only time's going to tell.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I could sit and toy with these ideas forever and actually have. Uh, but wait, I made another note. Oh, the other note I made was you mentioned territories earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any use, and I know this has been brought up before, but is there any use for a governing body in independent wrestling? Is there use to put together? I mean, you see the NWA out here buying up territories or moving into territories and creating a national blueprint. Is
Mm-hmm.
there a place for an old school NWA style governing body in indie wrestling to keep people together, or is it just too many people moving in too many directions to ever happen?
Personally, my feeling is it's too many people moving too many directions, right? It's been, I think, too long since, I mean, really the governing body we're all thinking of when we say that is NWA, the old school NWA, right?
No doubt.
They would send their champ, and our age, of course, in my mind, there was only one NWA champ for 150,000 years, Flair, right? They would send Flair in, he'd make their guy look like $1 million, and he's on to the next one, right? And their guy went on to have a big run in their promotion. So that's what we're thinking of when we think governing body. I think the problem is it's been so long and there has been so much change now just within the world and how business runs and how independent people have been able to be, right? The advent of things like this, right? And the internet and have allowed people on a smaller scale of size, right? You and I could do what it might have taken 15, 20, 30 people to run a territory before. And so we need that governing body to kind of help out. Well, now there's a lot of things you and I can do on our own. And I think, people our age now and younger that are running these, Rich Buckholtz and Evan Zalios and Dr. Z, they don't want that hands on. They don't want that governance, right? They
Right.
want to be able to run things the way they want to run things. I think you would have a real hard time with a governing body trying to enforce a set of rules that are going to govern, that are going to, everybody's going to abide by. I just don't think in our day and age of really a la carte life that there's going to be a one size fits most that everybody, enough people are going to be happy with to come under that banner.
Yep. Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think it's viable. I thought when IWTV created the IWTV championship, when
Mm-hmm.
they had 340 promotions or whatever the hell it is under their banner,
Mhm.
on streaming on their service. I said, there's a hell of an idea. There's a way to umbrella the indies. Then they created their own championship, then tag team titles. I thought that was going to be something. It doesn't appear to be what they are interested in doing or have been able to do. I'm not sure which one it is, but
Mhm.
yeah, like I said, anytime I've thought something like that might even be on the horizon, someone attempting it, it's never really gotten very far. And I agree with you. I think it's too many hands, like you said, too many people, too many
Mhm.
ideas.
Well, too many of the smaller branches have been left to grow on their own
Hmm.
for too long. And, really to get that all under control, how that would have to work. That would have to be pruning involved. There would have to be, and I mean, and you know exactly what I mean by that. I mean, it's just, I don't want to lose all these little promotions that, make everything special. Because some of them are going to have to go away to make room for this governing body because they're just not going to be able to abide by the rules and regs. And that may be due to not wanting to. That may be due to not financially or fiscally being able to. Um, but right now, they can run and do their thing,
Hmm.
right? And there's something special in that. I just think again, it's been too long. It's too antiquated an idea now, that it's just kind of left, in the history books and look back fondly and nostalgically. You and I romanticize it, to no end. I think most guys our age do. But if you do a deep dive on it, you got a lot of guys that'll tell you how bad it was,
Hmm.
and what they forced these smaller promotions to do and into and things they didn't want to do. There's two sides to every coin. I think it's things have moved on, and it's just best to leave it sit there where it was, and we'll have our fond memories, and something new is gonna come from this, and we don't know what that is yet.
Right. And that's it. I mean, that's the crux of it as I kind of wrap this conversation up. But, you know, I don't think, we did the show last week. I titled it the way I believe the indies are not dying. However, it is very clear that indies are not as hot as they were 3 years ago, 5 years ago. And so if we're into an independent wrestling downturn, which I think is a lot attributed to the changing dynamics at the top, ID and things like that. But if we're into a transition phase with the indies, then, as we said at the very beginning, chaos creates opportunity. And in downturns, people start to scurry.
Hmm.
And so when people scurry, that's the chaos. The question is who picks up on the opportunities and who does what with those opportunities.
Correct.
And that's kind of what I'm like really interested in watching. Is this West Coast thing, part of that? Is the changing dynamics at Monster Factory part of that? Is, whatever.
Hmm.
And it's just going to be a very interesting time. Like I said, there's a lot of changes coming, and I am very interested. I love watching changes happen. I like when things transition and get better. Um, so anyway, I'm looking forward to all of it, and I'm really looking forward to we are bringing people on here to talk about this shit more. If you guys don't like it, I'm sorry, but I'm hooked on it. I'm hooked on this idea of watching the business of the indies, the business of wrestling be cyclical, and watching it happen in front of our eyes for the first time as people who are not in the wrestling business, but who but who
Who are very passionate about the wrestling business. I mean, it is this is so much of our lives have been, consuming this product and loving this product. And now that we're older, it's really a joy learning, and that's why we want to talk to everybody, like guys like Rich and guys like Evan, and to so that we understand. We want the correct view, right? We don't want well, I read on Wikipedia that X, Y, and Z. No, we don't want that. We want to be intelligent in what we're learning. We want to learn the correct things, and man, it is a really really neat experience, and we look forward to it. We hope some of you guys will come along with us with it.
some people are here. Like
Hey,
I'm surprised as shit every week to find out, but there are some people who listen to us, and we're glad to have you guys. We really are. I
yes,
joke, but
absolutely.
it's this is just a blast. I'm just happy that people share, they want to share this with us and they want to hear what we have to say and join the conversation with us. It's very cool to have every week.
Yes, very. We really appreciate you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh man, well, one last thing before we get to our IWX watch this and these Laynie Luck matches. Just as I'm sitting here, as we're talking, John, I just want to throw this out there. Now, this may be a deep cut for any of you who don't follow MCW, but I think most of these stuff we talk about is deep cuts for people who don't follow these promotions. So if you're already with us, you're with us. But at MCW Breakthrough on December 6th, they have announced an intergender match of Christian versus Richie Burkhart. And now, if any of you are not familiar with Christian from MCW, she is the tallest, she is the biggest skyscraper in women's wrestling right now, besides maybe Stormy. Story Denali.
That's what I said.
Yeah, right. Me too.
In my head, I said it.
Don't say in my head. I watched the freelance show this weekend and Kevin Koo was there, and we got a Cranberries, concert as he entered from the fans, and it's stuck in my head for the last 3 days.
Love Kevin Koo, man. Oh, so good.
Oh my God, yeah. But but at the same time, Kristen is one of these, she's so tall and so impressive. I sent John a video from the show at the Hollywood Firehouse when she choke slammed two dudes.
It was impressive.
Yeah, and now they got her wrestling Richie Burkhart at Breakthrough. And my question to you, John, is future MCW champion, not women's, future MCW champion.
Listen, I would not be surprised if somebody runs that storyline up the flagpole. I mean, it makes a lot of sense, right? I mean, she's physically imposing. She can wrestle. Why wouldn't you give it a shot? See if it's got legs, man. You know what I mean? You'll know by crowd reaction if they're into it or not. And I would think this day and age, it's something a lot of people would dig, man. It's something a lot of people would get behind.
Yeah. She's young, and we're not talking about tomorrow by any stretch.
Absolutely not.
This is an MCW Breakthrough event, and Breakthrough is their event where young stars break through, right? So we're at the very beginning of the Christian story. Don't get me wrong.
Nope. And this is if that's something you see down the road, start laying those blocks, right?
Right.
Get her in there, get her experience. It'll come, man. I mean, from what we've seen so far, the talent is there. It just takes the reps, right?
Yep. She could stand in the middle of the ring eye to eye with Patrick Clark, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I mean,
yep.
So I mean, I don't know. Anyway, I'm excited about it. I think I'm here for her. I'm just excited to see what's going to happen because when I saw her starting to choke slam dudes, I said, we got something here. They know they got something.
Yep. I agree.
Yep. Anyway, so all right, on to the regular program here. We want to celebrate Laynie Luck this week. I'm sure we're not the only podcast talking Laynie Luck this week. I like to pride myself on us talking about shit nobody else talks about, which may be good or bad. I don't know. But
which means next week everybody will have a Laynie Luck retrospective. Let's be honest.
That's right. But I couldn't resist because we've talked about Laynie so much on this show and how impressed we are with her, and to see her go in, win that wild card match, and then ultimately win the main event match and become ID champion, was really cool. I just saw someone posted her first defense is coming up. I have to find it again to see who it's against, but it's coming. And anyway, we wanted to celebrate her, and John picked out 5 really cool matches. I had not seen any of these matches before.
Well, in Bob's defense, Bob told me to try to keep it to 4. He said, pick 3 or 4. I couldn't. I get to my 4. And it kind of 4. It's a hop, skip, and jump to 5. Here we go.
For the record, for the record, that email said 2, 3, or 4 is what it said. But here we are at 5.
Hey, you should not have left me with a run-on sentence, Bob. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's how I ended up at 5. Listen, we're lucky we ended up at 5 because we could have done this all day, every day for the next 3 weeks.
Hey, we should have sent this list. We should have British on the show this week. Send him this list. He'd love to watch all 5. We say, hey, you want to watch wrestling? No, not for the show. I'm running the other way. Oh my goodness. Well, let's talk about these matches, man. Because like I said,
Yes.
I'll post these. They're all on YouTube. But we're gonna start out with our buddy Rich because we're gonna go to RPW Envision from May 7th of 2022. Laynie Luck versus Stacy Shadows.
Ooh,
I loved this match, and the thing that got me about this match was like for the first 2 or 3 minutes, Stacy Shadows was standing in the middle of the ring, and it was like Laynie Luck was doing whatever she could to
dude,
move the big hoss, and it just was
it
not
was,
working.
run off the ropes. I'm gonna give her the shoulder tacker. No, I'm gonna run the other way. Shoulder tack. Nope. I'm gonna run it, dude. It was like 5 or 6 times, right? And then like she faked one and went for the roll up, and Stacy just kind of stood there and come on, you're not doing this to me,
No, right. It's like she's watching her like completely stone faced, deadpan, like, over
dude.
here, over here, over here, over here,
She
over here.
Stacy is so good, dude. He plays that monster. So, like I said, you and I've talked about it before. We've seen her in person. Listen, if you wanted to make a female wrestler into an Undertaker type character, Stacy Shadows is who I'm putting in there 100% of the time, every time.
Yes.
She is just that presence to me.
You're right about that trench coat, man. I've been thinking about that ever since
Oh,
you said it.
so good.
You are not kidding, man. And I tell you, on a side note, what was really cool to see was referee Casey Dillon,
Yes.
the who used to run Belladonna division down in it was Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
I went down there and saw them, met her. Very nice, very accommodating, very cool ref. Got to see her wrestle in the ring unexpectedly. They had a tournament, and then there was a bye, and then Casey jumped in the semifinals to take on the one with the bye or whatever, and she got rolled up in like 4 seconds. It was great. She came out in her referee shirt or whatever, and she's like puffing her chest like she's the challenger. And then whoever it was just rolled her up, like came up behind her, ding, 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 roll her up 3 seconds, done. It was great.
Uh,
Oh man, but yeah, this was a cool match. It was good to see Casey, but the ending of this match was awesome. Laynie finally turns the tide. It's like 2 minutes before this match ends, Laynie Luck is still beating on Stacy Shadow's back furiously. Like, what do I have to do to take you down? 2 minutes later, she hits an enziguri, and then boom, the super kick. I mean, she might as well have said, "I'm sorry, I love you" before that super kick.
dude, that super kick was awesome because Stacy had grabbed the belt, right?
Uh-huh.
So, super kick to belt meet Stacy face. Good night, man. She hits that what does she call that, man? The Una something. I had it written down here. I don't know. But she hits her with that super kick, and you're right. That should have been I mean, it was so her leg was so straight, dude. It was. I mean, Stacy sold it to no end. It looked devastating. It was awesome. And right, coming out from underneath, the under the you got the big man, the big woman, just kind of standing there doing whatever she felt like, and the little guy gets one, man. It makes you feel good.
Yeah, it does, man. I enjoyed that match quite a bit. And of course, that was at the Watering Hole, which is where the first
Yes.
show I saw of Rich's. I like that place a lot. I
Dude, the
don't know if
place
they
is.
run it, but
I haven't been. Obviously, I haven't been there, but yeah, it looked great for a venue, man. I mean,
yeah.
the people were hot for that. I mean, it was a nice looking crowd. The place looked great. You know, we know what kind of show RPW puts on. So it was on point, man. It was just an awesome match to start our list off with.
It absolutely was. And it was a nice looking crowd because John and I were not there. Um, moving on, number 2, I enjoyed the shit out of this
Ooh.
match. Laynie Luck versus Jordan Grace, no DQ match from Zelo
Oh.
Pro, February 23rd, 2022. And within like 4 seconds, they got weapons out. Oh,
Dude,
this match was awesome.
They didn't even. There was no bell, no intros. I mean, they literally. Jordan is in the ring. Laynie gets in the ring, and they're swinging. They start throwing in chairs. They're throwing. I mean, it was at one point the crowd is screaming, "Get the tables!" Jordan is up on the rope and beating the hell out of Laynie, and she goes, "I can beat her with a chair." It was amazing. It was awesome.
It was, man. And the thing I was thinking about watching this was knowing Jordan is in NXT right now, was thinking, how is this not as good as in NXT? I mean, it's
exactly.
those two looked ready. Both of them in 2022, they looked ready to do all the things.
Yep.
So
Yeah, it was Yeah, that was a TV match. That was, like you said, an absolute NXT match, right? That's a takeover match right there.
Right.
That's exactly what that was, and it was that good.
Yeah, I'm imagining like it was like giving me like do you remember Nikki Cross and Asuka in that like whatever in NXT, and then there
Oh
was like the that
yes,
was like I'm imagining a setup like that where they're just kind of going around the PC having this. It could happen today. Like I said,
yep,
they've obviously recognized Laynie as this good. It's not like it's a big surprise, but she
yep.
is that good.
Hey,
Um,
Laney has absolutely been in there with who's who of women's wrestling.
mhm.
So when don't be surprised when she gets her call up, she gets her big shot. That the dude, she doesn't take off and just a rocket is strapped to her because she is that good.
Agreed. Agreed. Are we putting her over
I mean, she's okay.
or...
I listen. I put her because I don't want her coming for me. I saw
Fair
that
enough.
super kick that Stacy got. I don't want one of those.
Yeah, no, fair enough. I'll take my chances with GPA, who actually ran in and interfered in this match
Oh,
and helped
dude,
Laney
what
win.
a chicken shit.
Yeah. I'll take my chances with no, I won't. GPA, do not come for me. But yeah, no, I definitely don't want Laney Luck or Stacey Shadows. I can tell you that.
No, but yeah, you're
Or
right.
Jordan Grace.
Definitely don't want Jordan Grace. And I, somebody says that her husband could probably stretch us to
Yeah,
no end. So no,
tiny bit.
if she didn't beat the shit out of us, her husband would just turn us into pretzels. So,
My God.
but anyway, like you said, GPA shows up, gets himself involved. Nails Jordan with the belt. The unicutter.
That's it. Yep.
That's the she hits that unicutter. It's that kind of off the second rope. It's nasty, dude.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I mean, Laney with another win, man, takes out another big name.
I know. And I thought we were going undefeated here at this point. At this point, I'm like, is this an Undertaker streak? Did
There
John
you
just
go.
pull all, is this all Laney wins? So we go on to the next one, which is an older match. This is
Woo!
from 2019, April 28, 2019, again for the Zelo Pro. Elena Black, the former Cora Jade, who has been in the news this year for leaving
Yes.
WWE and creating all sorts of other opportunities for herself.
Yep.
Elena was young. I mean, Elena's young now. Like, this is like
This is
probably
no. I think
19-year-old Elena Black or some
this
shit.
was. I think they had made mention she'd been training for about 2 years, only been wrestling for about a year at that point. And we know Elena started young, right? We know she started that training young, but obviously had to wait to be able to get into these pro matches.
Mm-hmm.
This was great, and part of the reason that I picked this one was just because I want people to remember the potential and how good Elena Black, Cora Jade
Oh, my
was.
God.
And listen, I still hold out hope that she'll eventually make her way back at some point because I think she still had a ton to offer. She got kind of snake bit with the injuries and stuff, but again, we're here for Laynie. This was Party Unicorn Laynie. This I love this version because it's so hokey. It's great, right? This gives me the old. Remember what was it? What was Emma's gimmick back in NXT? Remember the she's popping the
Oh,
bubbles.
yeah, the bubbles. Yep.
It gives me that vibe, and I like
I
it, man.
love
It's
it. I
just
do too.
it's the feel good vibe, right? She comes out, she's got the outfit, but dude, Elena, like I said, she had that whole the tarot card kind of thing. I don't remember that,
I didn't either. I
but
didn't know what was going on with that. It was
but
wild.
it's a great gimmick, right? It's hey, listen, this is what's going to happen to you. Pull your card, and then the use of the card. You did the paper cuts on the side of the lips, and oh, dude, there was something there, man. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it was again another good match. You absolutely can tell Elena's green in this match, but you can see glimpses of what got her to NXT. Um, and what I really thought was good that I didn't notice, or I guess I haven't really paid attention to for Laney matches, is what a good ring general she was in this one because she had
Mm-hmm.
to lead this match, right?
Right.
She led Elena through that match, and the match was great, especially given Elena's level at that point. But man, did Laney do great with that.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, the one thing that popped out to me about this was we get a much more bubbly babyface Laney
Mm-hmm.
than I'm used to now.
Yep.
I like the grittier babyface
Oh,
or
I
heel
do too.
lady.
But this
But
was
this was
fun.
cool. Yeah, it was
Mm-hmm.
fun. And Elena, like I said, I'm not going to go back over what you said, but I remember seeing Elena Black at one of the very last Shimmer shows. I
Mm-hmm.
watched it when it was Fight TV. And I remember saying this girl's got something. Like
Hmm.
it jumps off the page. Like you said, she's like 19 or 20 here.
Yep.
The tarot cards, but in the ring, like she's smoother than a
It,
lot of these.
like I said, you caught glimpses. You're like, oh, okay, and it was just neat to see. I haven't seen a lot of really early Elena matches,
Hmm.
and even for that, I mean, at this point, Laynie, I mean, 2019, Laynie hadn't been doing it super long either,
Right.
so that's why I was super impressed with her in leading the match.
Right.
But it's kind of cool to see kind of the 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 growth of Laynie, right? How did we get to here? Oh, okay, this that makes sense for the story, right? It makes
Hmm.
sense that you'd start at this kind of bubbly, sparkly thing and work into this. It was great, but I mean, end of the day, I mean, Laynie in this match too powerful, too experienced. She puts Elena away, pretty convincingly. But man, again, another a fun match, and great to see both of these ladies. But man, Laynie is special.
Yes, 100% agreed. We move on to the fourth match. Oh, I made a note at the end of this match because I want to keep this going. But I made a note at the end of this match that I love this match and that it's probably my favorite so far. Um, it goes out. Laynie gets the win on a German suplex into a bridge for the pin. Anyway, we're moving on. Laynie Luck versus Gia Scott. This is December of
Oh,
2022 from Women's Wrestling Army. And first thing I want to say about the match, because we're geeks and we say shit like this, but I love the camera work of this thing. Like I thought
dude,
they did a great job.
it was so. I have not seen anything from Women's Wrestling Army. I'm gonna go back and watch some stuff because, like you said, their production. I mean, it jumped just on the entrances. It jumped right. The production is just ridiculous. So
Hmm.
I don't know what they're doing now, but I've got to check back into them and see what they're doing now, and if they're not around, why? Because I'm telling you, they were onto something really cool.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think they're around anymore. I may be
Oh
wrong about
man,
that. Let's see. Last show that I can find. Yeah, the last show they ran was in late 2022, early
ah
2023.
man.
Um, but listen to this. The last show I pulled up Cage Match. The last show they have on
Hmm.
Cage Match is November 8th, 2022.
Okay.
Alicia Edwards defeats Vita Von Star. Gia Scott defeats Brooke Valentine. And Janai Kai beats Ashley D'Amboise. I mean, that's a three-match
Damn.
show, and that's a pretty damn good show.
Hell yeah.
So,
Dude,
yeah,
and if that's production was anything like that, that maybe that's what happened with them. They blew their production budget, man.
it could be.
Because I
But
mean
I
that
enjoyed it.
dude, that looked almost as good as watching anything I've seen TNA do. I mean it was that good.
Yeah, agreed. But this match, Gia Scott, you and I both know Gia. I mean, if you guys aren't familiar with Gia Scott,
Hmm.
she's been what I call my home fed MCW.
Hmm.
She's been the home fed champion at least 5 times, maybe six.
Yeah,
Um,
she is amazing. She is a freaking unit.
yeah, she's been on Ring of Honor.
Hmm.
When I was at a Ring of Honor show at the 2300 Arena, and she was up at the table, helping run management and doing whatever, helping coordinate the show. I mean, she's been everywhere in this business.
Hmm.
And we get to see her in the ring wrestling against a really good foe, a really good competitor. And this match is just awesome.
Absolutely.
The one thing about Laynie Luck is the springboard. You got the springboard,
Hmm.
which she does. She's got these arm drags that she does, which are really cool. But then she does the arm drag, but she springs in from the apron and then
Yep.
grabs the arm and goes over, which I think is really cool. And then
It,
later she hits like a springboard senton with like one knee on the rope and sort of rolls over. I love
dude,
both of
it's
those.
she's impressive. And it's funny you said that about you kind of these springboards into these arm bars and arm drags and stuff. She really, for me, this was kind of an old school kind of match, right?
Yes.
She kind of stuck to an arm and really because I mean, listen, Laynie is an imposing girl. She ain't Gia Scott, and to kind of take her and she really worked that shoulder and elbow and it was fun to watch an old school match, right? It was the hold her down, get her down. You're not on your feet. You can't. I got a hold of your arm. You can't get a hold of me for most of that match, and it was man, it was fun.
Right. I liked when Laynie was on Gia's shoulders, and then she was like she was going to try to roll through, but instead she ended up. Well, she did roll through, but then she rolled through into an STF
Hmm.
from on Gia's shoulders. Roll through. Now we're on the mat in an STF. It was so cool and flawless and just fluid.
Dude, and it was a lot of fun to watch her work from underneath, right? because this one she's not the powerhouse in this one. She's not leading this one.
Nope.
And it was nice to watch because I mean Gia, like I said, even though she worked that arm most of the match, Gia really kind of tossed her around that ring.
Yeah, she did.
And so it was really cool. And again, it gives another dimension to what Laynie can do. What another tool she has. I can work the big strong. I can work underneath. I can work old school. I can go, high output offense. I can do all the flippy moves. She's really again.
Right.
Just I have that. She has all the tools. I mean, that's my notes. She has all the tools. I don't have enough good things to say about Laynie.
I agree.
And this was another match, like you said. By the end of this match, I was sure this was my favorite match.
Yes, and again, I was wrong. Because this last match. You talk about somebody. I mean, we've been listening to John put over Laynie Luck for a little while, but if you want somebody to put over Shazza McKenzie, John's your guy. And so when I saw Shazza McKenzie versus Laynie Luck in a street fight from April 20th of 2023 at Glory Pro, I said, "Fuck yes, let's do this."
Listen, Bob knew what he did. He knew as soon as I saw Shazza McKenzie's name. He knew we were watching this match. It didn't matter. She could have been wrestling, Alibaba and the 40 Thieves. It wouldn't have mattered. It was somebody we were going to watch because we just love Shazza. I mean, for me, she's up there. I love Shazza. She's up there with my Leela Hall love, right?
Yes.
These are just some of the performers that I've just got a real affinity for. Indies in there. I wasn't not going to watch this, and I 100% was not disappointed.
No, not at all, man. This shit got rolling, man. Shazza hits her like before the bell even rings again.
Yes. They
spill right outside on a Laynie, like a basement drop kick through the ropes or whatever. Oh. Next thing you know, they're on the fucking stage. Wait a minute, hold on. Not next thing you know, they're on the stage. The next thing you know, they are battling between two occupied bar tables. There are people sitting at these bar tables, and in between is Laynie Luck and Shazza McKenzie beating the shit out of each other.
Dude, and Shazza is throwing some nasty elbows, and she is wearing the studded jacket that has the biggest studs on it, pointiest studs on it I have ever seen. And like you said, she is just throwing these arms everywhere, and these people are like... I think I hope I paid up my insurance,
right?
And man, it was just a crazy visual. Listen, these two ladies look like they legitimately, like it was on from the minute they saw it. Like listen, if I see you in the streets, it's on.
Yeah,
right. And it was on.
Like the Jerry Springer show or some shit.
It was so
they come
good.
out onto the stage and the other one just runs right at them and they start fighting. That's what this was like.
Hey, listen, sometimes you see the street fights and they really do turn into, and we watched, her match with Jordan Grace, right? In ODQ. They're really, when done properly, they're way different matches, right? Sometimes you really can't tell the difference, right? This one, I mean, look at this and then go watch the no DQ. This is absolutely what it says. This is, DQ, no DQ. Okay, I want to hit you with a chair. I'm going to do my moves. This is, we're fighting. It's the streets. I'm going to step on your toes. I'm going to take this rock and smack you upside the head with it. I'm going to use the studs on my jacket. It is a 100% street fight, and these ladies sold that.
Oh.
I mean, they sold it.
I made a note in the first match about how well Laynie sells, man. When she's underneath and fighting from underneath, she sells like a champ.
Yes. Yes.
And Shazza is just, I mean, dude, then they end up on the stage, and then the jacket you mentioned, Shazza's strangling her with the studs and the jacket.
Studs! And oh, it was brutal. This was brutal. It was great.
Oh, it was fantastic. Oh, let's see. I got a whole bunch of spots here. Outside the ring, then Laynie does the Raven spot, does the drop toe hold. Shazza hits the chair and then the cement floor, which I thought was fucking cool.
Dude, there's another one where, Laynie's got Shazza kind of a little loopy. She's got her in a chair sitting at the ringside, and she kind of hits like a modified Meteora off the apron, like into her in the chair. And her head, I'm telling you, the dad part of me was a little worried because, dude, her head came so close to that railing. I was like, oh my God. Even the announcer was like, that was really close to the railing. Like it just looked
it did
so bad. So bad.
Wow. Then the Death Valley driver through the chair. I mean,
Oh,
like,
dude, that was all back. I mean,
right?
there's no easy way to take that bump. That
No.
that
They set
hurt.
up so many chair spots that looked like they were. There was one spot I thought where she was going to hit a Saito suplex, or she was trying to say Shazza was trying to Saito suplex Laynie into the chair, and she didn't get it. She hit that suplex later, but not through the chair. And I was like, dude, that's another one you hit. You hit a Saito suplex on a chair that's sitting upright. You better hit it right. Or maybe I don't
Mm.
know anything about wrestling. What do I? I mean, what do I know? But I mean, it seems like the kind of thing you need to hit right.
Mm.
Oh my gosh, hold on. Oh, and the other, so then at the end of the match, after all this shit, then the tables come out. Now the tables, they were calling for the table 3 matches ago on our list here, but they're finally getting the tables. What I like is the table gets set up and they climb on top of it. Laney's standing on top of the damn thing, and they're fighting with Laney standing on the table. Like, you're always waiting for somebody to go through it. You're not waiting for somebody to stand on it and keep going.
Yep. Yep. And then, we get there, ladies on the table, Shaza decides we're gonna show off a little bit now, right? We grab Laney's
Oh
unicorn
yeah.
mask, right? This big pointy, we got the unicorn horn and she's prancing around, but this gives Laney time to get up off the table, right? And the next thing you know, she grabs this mask, right? She grabs Shaza from behind, rips the mask off, and then she takes the unicorn horn and she's gouging her eyes with the unicorn horn. I mean, it is evil. It's evil. You gotta, it's a unicorn. That's happy, sparkly rainbows, man. This was a death unicorn, is what this was.
I was in my office laughing out loud when this shit broke down, man. I was having a ball. My God. And then so to end the fucking thing, you got 2 chairs set up facing
Yep.
each other, which is a big death match spot, right? But usually it's
Mhm.
3 rows of those. But two chairs facing each other. Laney and Shazza climb to the top rope and they're battling to the top. At one point, it looks like she's going to throw Laney off the top to the floor.
I thought we were going to get that table. I thought we were finally going to
Right.
go through the table,
Right.
which
But
would have
no.
been a ridiculous spot, man.
Oh my God.
that was so far down,
But the spot that ends up happening is pretty fucking badass too, because
dude.
Shazza gets down off the top rope and then grabs her around the head
Right.
and hits a Tower of London through the chairs on Laney to win the match.
Dude, she snatches that neck. She
Yep.
pops down off that second rope, snatches that neck, and listen, our girl Laynie went 4-1 tonight.
Yes. Hey, it's a good record, but boy, Shazza beat that ending was brutal. It was like, it's funny you mentioned grabbing the head. It was like when DDP's version of the cutter, it was like he would grab you and then start running. That's what this was kind of like.
It kind of stretches you out, right? It kind of pulls you into it instead of getting kind of crumpled in. It elongates. The visual of it is just really good. And I mean, she just face planted her through those chairs. Oh, dude, that you could have counted to 50.
No doubt. No doubt, man. Hey, listen, these are 5 great matches, dude. I enjoyed the shit out of watching all of these matches today.
Yeah, it was a good watch for sure.
Yeah, especially since I should have been working. But, my boss doesn't listen to the show.
It's overrated.
Yeah. John always works at his job. Let's be very clear here. He doesn't do any of the stuff at his job. I'm the one doing it at my job. See, I'm taking the bullet for you, John. Yeah. I see. Oh, man. Well, listen, this is the last thing. I said it a bunch of times. We're not doing a control center this week because everybody's at Wrestlecade. And then John said, what the hell's Wrestlecade? No. And I said, hey.
I want some skinny, man. I want a little more information than,
yeah,
than what I got currently. So hit me with it.
So Wrestlecade's a big, 3-day convention, takes place down at Winston-Salem, North Carolina. It centers around the Benton Convention Center.
Mm-hmm.
3 days of stuff. I'll go through the schedule in a minute, but there was after the first night when I went in 2022, there was for an extra fee, there was an after party with Johnny Swinger.
Oh, cool.
Got myself a Johnny Swinger shirt and met Rob Van Dam and Katie Forbes at that party. And very cool. It was just a kind of a cool thing. I mean, the wings were shitty, but other than that, no, seriously, it was really cool, and I'm just hanging out at this bar with Moose and Carrie Morton and Lexus
nice.
King. And, it's just, like I said, I didn't speak to hardly any of them because I'm not really that guy.
Mm-hmm.
But I spoke to Rob Van Dam, I spoke to Moose, but that was pretty much it. But it was very cool to kind of shake hands with some of those folks and be in that kind of environment where we're just kind of hanging out in a bar.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Very cool.
yeah, it was pretty cool. It was very hard to find the part of the bar where the party was happening, but once we got there, we had a great time. Um, when I went, it started out the day like you get there and stuff really starts kicking off in the afternoon. But if you get there early, they have a Q&A. When I went, it was the Hardys.
Mm-hmm.
This year they're having on Friday. They're having Vampiro from 12 to 1:30.
Oh,
Doors open at
dude.
11:30. Anybody with you buy a pass, it's a 3-day pass, or you can buy specific day passes too. So it's like $300 depending on like when you buy because they have the shows. So you can buy a ticket that is the same seat for all of the shows,
Mm-hmm.
or you can buy a cheaper general admission for all of the shows. Um, but when you buy that, there's some of the stuff that comes with it, and some of it doesn't. You get different wristbands, blah blah
Right.
blah.
Gotcha.
But then at the same time, from 12 to 1:30 on Friday, they're also going to have lunch with legends where you can sit down. I think you do have to buy, yeah, you have to buy a ticket for this one. Um, and it's Leilani Kai and Judy Martin, the Glamour Girls,
That would be pretty dang cool, man.
right? Leilani Kai's been around lately, and I am
Dude,
here for it. I'm glad to see her getting,
dude,
she was
they,
on Raw, I think, at one point recently.
dude, listen, all the flowers, man, because those ladies really didn't get it back in their time, right? So the fact that we are able to now recognize what they did and give them props for it. Listen, we're not where we are without what they brought out, right? What they kind of started. So, hey, man, that's awesome.
Everybody who was our age and
Mm-hmm.
anybody who's in the age of hard media, whether it be DVDs or tapes, had
Mm-hmm.
at least that one show that they watched over and over and over and over and over again. Mine was
Mm-hmm.
WrestleMania 1. It was the very first VHS I ever bought. I've
Yep.
seen the Leilani Kai Wendy Richter match more times than I care to admit.
And I've seen that tape at your house more times than I care to admit.
Yes, that is a fact.
Oh,
But yeah, like you said, she's been a part of my fandom
hmm
for 40 solid years now. So,
wow.
you know,
Yes.
but more legends, kind of legend
Hmm.
adjacent. At from 2 to 3:30 on Friday, they're having Legacy Woven with the daughter of the British Bulldog, Georgia Smith. A
Okay.
conversation with Georgia Smith. At the same time, from 2 to 6 is their first set of meet and greets, and they've got like hundreds of names on here. But I'm going to go down in a minute, read just a few of the names that are going to be there to
Hmm.
give you an idea. On Friday, still at 4 from 4 to 5:30, it's Tony Schiavone live from
Oh,
Wrestlecade with a
oh,
Q&A session.
okay.
That
That's
comes with the ticket for the weekend. That is included.
you got me there. I am interested.
From 6 to 7:30, a discussion about tag team wrestling they're calling Tag Team Turmoil.
Hmm.
From 7 to 8 on Friday, Wrestle Feast, which looks like dinner with
Hmm.
Timmy's Hot Chicken sponsoring, but also it's a standalone, $50. And I'm looking on here at the photos. This looks like Baby Doll. That looks like Missy
Okay.
Hyatt.
Okay.
I can't see who that is in the back, but it may be Terry Runnels. I can't really tell. But four ladies from the 80s and 90s
Hmm.
are featured on this graphic. Sit down with them. It sounds like us with Casey and Jordan at RPW.
Hmm.
It sounds like just a cool deal.
Absolutely. I mean, like I said, I think in these situations, like you're talking about with, when you're hanging at the bar at Moose and RVD, and I also think that they're a little more relaxed, right? It's a little more, again, a little more natural, a little, it's not, I got to sit here, I got to stay in here, I got to shake this hand, I got to sign this, I got to do this. I can relax a little bit, yes, these are fans, I get it, but it's a more controlled environment
Yeah,
than 9,000 people standing in line, and you got 2 seconds with each one.
right.
I can grab a drink, I can grab a wing, I can have an actual conversation. I got to think that would I think if you and I in 15 years are super popular and we're at IWX Con and
Yeah, we will
people,
be.
we've got the three people there to get our signatures, my mom, your mom, and definitely not Bill. Um,
Maybe British Greg.
British Greg, there you go. As long as he doesn't have to watch anything.
Lauren will have too many
Um,
opinions.
it just I think I would be much more comfortable in being able to have a conversation than the quick, hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you. Take a picture, sign it. this way.
100%.
It just, I mean, that's just us, man. I think it's you and I are very similar in that.
Yeah, absolutely. I am.
Yeah.
6:30,
Hmm.
the first show of the weekend. Fourth Rope Wrestling is putting on a show starting at 7, I think. And I don't have it in front of me who's going to wrestle, but it says as of 9/19/25, the current Fourth Rope champions are the Hardys as tag team champions, Zilla Fatu as the heavyweight champion, and AEW's Rio is the women's champion. So that's
Oh,
promising to be a
wow.
good show.
Yeah. I mean, that's a lot of good names.
Yeah. Later that night at 10 o'clock, they're doing a Q&A with Hornswoggle featuring surprise guests.
Cool.
FanFest the next day, which is more signatures. I'll get to that in a minute. Saturday, they're having the Super Show. I don't know that they've announced any matches for that, but that's Wrestlecade's big event. And let's see real quick if there's any matches that they haven't noted here. Nope. But that's always a big show with big names. Like the one year that I went, TNA was there on Friday night. So there were a lot of TNA folks in the Super Show the next day for
Oh,
Wrestlecade Super Show
cool.
or whatever. That's the show with the longest line. Starts at 4 o'clock, and you need to get there early if you want a good seat and you got general admission.
Very cool.
After that, at 9 o'clock, the Hardy Party. The Jeff and Matt Hardy. Jeff will be in concert, John.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
My boy. Oh, good. Then on Sunday, your man George South, John. Yep, I said
Oh,
George
wow.
South is going to lead
Wow.
Sunday
Oh,
worship service from 9 to 9:45.
I could get down with that.
Right? From 10 to 11:30, stories from the power plant.
Okay.
And let's see, then more meet and greets. Then 2 more shows on Sunday. They've got Ladies Night Out 15 from 12:30 to 4 or 12:30 to 3:30. And then AML's Wrestling the day after starts immediately after that. Like when I went, it was like everybody crammed into the room. Then they cleared everybody out of the room. And then they brought everybody back into the room with tickets for the next show. Like it's a wild scene. There was a match on this ladies' night out, though, that I wanted to mention because I had just seen it that I thought it was a really cool match. She posts too much shit, Erica Demia does, but if I can find this on her page, here we go.
Blasphemy. Erica,
Nope.
I did not say that.
No, hey,
That was this guy.
listen. She posts like 30-section stories at a time. She can handle it. But here's the thing. She did post this. It was fatal 4-way match, first time ever. It says Izzy Moreno versus Erica Demia versus Brittany Brooks versus Emily J. So that's just a taste of what Ladies Night Out's going to be like.
Ooh, wee.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. And
Go,
then,
Erica.
right. That's going to be one hell of. Let's see. Is it on? Do they have real quick? Is there any other matches that have been on? Here we go. Okay. Deanna Perrazzo versus Maya World.
Wow. Okay.
Jada Stone versus Clara Carter versus Ruthie J versus Mila Johnson versus Ava Brooks.
Okay.
We got another 5-way scramble. Haley J, Tiffany Nieves, Lindsay Snow versus Shaza McKenzie versus Caitlin Marie. Dude,
Oh.
the Ladies Night Out show might steal the weekend, guys. Really, truly might. Oh, wait, here's another one. La Rosa Negra versus Angelica Risk versus Janai Kai versus Robin Renegade.
Holy shit, Janai Kai. Whoa. Okay.
And then we got a tag team match, the Magic Dragons, which is Jasmine Howe and Cosmic versus the Psychotics, Leah Knight and Amanda Kiss.
Okay.
Holy shit, I'm finding another one. Last one. I swear to God, I'm not reading this whole card. Layla Gray and Gemma versus Manipulation, and Manipulation is JC Storm and Vanity.
Holy mackerel.
Right? Stacked
Dude,
shit, man.
that's a pay-per-view card.
Right?
Wow.
That is pretty much the weekend. That's, like I said, 4 wrestling shows and all those other deals.
That is pretty cool.
Last thing before we go, just to give you an idea, this thing goes on forever. But I'm just gonna read a few of these, I swear. But some of the folks that are appearing for meet and greets in one of the 3 sections, either Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, include Sting, Jushin Thunder Liger, Okada,
Okay.
Trish Stratus, Alicia Atut, Arn Anderson, Bill Alfonso, John.
Dude, why don't you just tell me we're holding it in Hagerstown and be done with it?
Buff Bagwell.
The stuff.
That's right. Cheryl and Jake Roberts.
Holy shit. Okay.
Right?
That's wow.
I'm not putting these two together for any particular reason, except the alphabet, I swear. But Christopher Daniels and Curryman will be there.
Good.
Demolition.
Oh man.
Dangerous Danny Davis, the referee. Kane.
Okay.
Big Show. Braun Strowman. The Honky Tonk Man.
Oh.
Chris Bay.
Hey, now
That'll be cool to see, right?
that'll be cool to see.
Jamie Hayter. Scrolling down. I said I'm doing all these. And scrolling. Oh, it's Fred Ottman. That's Tugboat.
Holy moly. I speaking of tugboat, I sent you the Brockmaster today.
Oh yeah, you did. The Brockmaster's not real. The Brockmaster can't hurt you.
Oh, he can hurt you. He can hurt you a lot of different ways.
Man, that's a guy, man. My knees start to shake just looking at I wouldn't want him looking in my direction. Like that's a scary man. Oh God, let's see. Oh, wait, hold on. The Boogie Woogie Man, Jimmy Valiant.
Okay. A little Valiant sighting, man.
Lex Luger.
Okay, that'd be a good one to see.
Oh, this is for John, not me. Magnum TA.
Is it hot in here? Whew. Hey man, you know I love me some Magnum.
I know you do. That's what I'm saying.
We are polar opposites on Magnum TA, but man, that's my dude.
And we're not polar opposites on one of his most famous opponents who will also be there, Nikita Koloff.
Oh.
Now I'm here to meet Nikita Koloff. That's one guy I'd like to meet.
I get my chain and I hit him with a sickle.
Oh my God. Well, Sergeant Slaughter's going to be there, but you already met him.
I did it. And like I said, better shape than you realize, because I tell you what, he looked like he could throw down right now.
Well, now I may have to show up because I got heat with somebody there. I did have heat. Sidney Akeem is going to be there. Did you see our Twitter exchange?
I did not. What's going on with Prince Flippy?
I was laughing. It's so funny. No, we didn't have heat. But so I put the IWX Top 1000 list out. And I get a tweet later that night from Sidney Akeem that says, I want to talk to your management. How am I not on this list? And so I'm like, am I crazy? Is he Willie Mack? Did I forget? Because I know he's on the list. I go and I find it. He's there, number 121, posted on the list, ready. So I screenshot it and I retweet it back to him. And he's like, oh, my bad, dude. I shouldn't be looking at this list while I'm feeding my newborn. And I'm like, dude, you're good. Do not apologize to me, bro.
Give us all the interactions, right? All of them. Give them to us. That is awesome, man.
I'm marking out.
Congrats on a newborn.
That's right, exactly.
I'll tell you what, I just hope that kid flips right into them new Pampers, man. Let's go.
Bro, with those jeans, man, anything, right? The sky's the limit, bro.
You have to get some Velcro on that kid.
Oh, Trish and Lita are going to be there doing a photo op together.
Okay, that's cool.
The Godfather.
Love The Godfather.
Thunder Rosa, Athena.
Both awesome.
Tully, Blanchard.
Okay. Man, you're telling me I could see Arn and Tully? I could see both of the Brainbusters? Oh. 10-year-old me is very excited.
Elena Black, the former Cora Jade, will be there.
Oh, very good.
Mr. Kennedy.
Who? Say it right, Bob. Or don't say it. Thank you very much.
I guess it's Anders.
Wait a minute. Is this where I need to reach over into the other picture? Hand it down? Okay.
Anders. Kylie Ray.
Love me some Kylie Ray.
We're getting to the bottom of this list, John, and I'm skipping like 5 in a row before I say one. That's how many people are going to be at this thing.
Wow. That's that, dude. This is cool.
Boris Zuk. Oh, no, not Boris Zukov. No. Rick Steiner.
Steiner, nice.
Tommy Rich. BJ Ray. Oh, shit.
Okay, now listen. People can say what they want about BJ Ray. I kind of like the guy.
I know, me too, man. For TV.
Absolutely.
But and these last two are for you and me, John, because well, they're just for you and me. Nikki Blackheart will also be there, and so will J
Oh,
Rod.
oh, dude. So I love me some Nikki Blackheart, but J Rod, she's on that list for me of just performers. I'm so just into what they're doing. Um, yeah, J Rod is an absolute beast. Oh,
Yeah, I think I said it before. I want to see J Rod versus Raquel Rodriguez. I want to see
yes,
J Rod versus Lash Legend. I want to see J Rod.
dude,
Like,
absolutely.
I want to see it all.
Let her run through the horses, man. Let her run because that lady's got it.
She does. She does. But yeah, so that's it. So that's just kind of a taste of Wrestlecade. It's 3 days of nonstop dense. Like it is just like there's always something to do. It's always meaningful. We're not sponsored by WrestleCade, but I'm putting them over because it's that good a time. If you've never gone, you should go at least once. John will be going next year with me.
It sounds like we're going to be setting up plans, man.
But can we get a table? Do we need a table?
Hey, hopefully
Will anybody come? Or will our table be like Virgil?
it'll be Virgil. Well, you know what? We're going to have you sitting there, and I'm going to be trying to direct traffic.
Right.
I'm going to be handing out dollar bills. Hey, go shake that guy's hand. Hey, you know who that? Do you know that guy? Is your name Willie Mack? You're on the list. You're just look for the second Willie Mack. That was you.
Oh my god! I'll wear a mask and be like, I could be Willie Mack. That's
Oh, so good. All right, man.
Listen,
Awesome.
man, this is fun. I had a good time, but we got Thanksgiving to get to. Hopefully,
Yes.
there are some folks right now listening to us as they are driving to
Yes.
wherever the hell they're going and sitting in traffic. I don't envy you guys, but hopefully, we're helping to make the trip a little easier. I don't know.
Hopefully, man. And you know, listen, man. Safe travels to everybody. You know, enjoy family time. Enjoy whatever time you have that you need to have. Alone time, family time, whatever.
I'm gonna get me a little bit of both.
I'm gonna give me some wrestling time. That's
Oh
what I'm gonna get.
yeah, hell yeah.
British is gonna have to watch the wrestling this weekend. But you know, everybody, you know, have a safe, happy Thanksgiving. Thanks so much for listening to us, Bob. Love you, brother.
Same here.
Everybody,
see you guys next
peaces.
week. See ya.
See ya.